Good morning everyone. I am Shweta, guest DL in Mathematics from TTWRDC Women's Dammapeta. Today I am going to discuss about the topic is lengths of plane curves. Here we discuss about concepts of lengths of plane curves, determination of length of plane curve of the form y is equals to f of x and determination of the length of arc in the form of x is equals to f of y. In mathematics, a plane curve is a curve in a single plane. A plane may be closed or open. Some of the most cases, open curves are line, parabola, hyperbola. And some of the most closed curves are circle and ellipse. So, here we discuss about rectification. Next, see here, rectification, the introduction of the rectification. What is meant by rectification? Rectification is a process of finding the length of the curve using integration method. Using integration method. It is a finding the length of the curve. Finding the length of the curve by using the integration method. Here also methods of rectifications. So what are the methods? There are 4 formulas to find length of the arc. So depending upon the type of equation given. So the type of equations is Cartesian form, parametric form and polar form. So in Cartesian form there are 2 types, in terms of x, in terms of y. So in Cartesian plane there are x-axis and y-axis. The both x and y-axis are in terms of perpendicular to each other. So in terms of x, in terms of y, we have to find out the Cartesian form of the given plane. So we have to find the length of the given planes in the form of Cartesian, parametric and polar. Length of plane curves. If a curve considering y is equals to f of x is a smooth curve on the closed interval a comma b, if f dash is continuous on a comma b. It can be drawn in a figure. Here consider x-axis and y-axis. So here the closed interval a comma b. So in this interval a comma b, the curve is existing y is equals to f of x. So the arc length problem. So suppose that y is equals to f of x is a smooth curve. We considering y is equals to f of x is a smooth curve on the interval a comma b. Define and find a formula for the arc length L. So the given curve in the form of y is equals to f of x in the interval a comma b. So here y is equals to f of x is a given curve. It is a smooth curve on the interval closed interval a comma b. Then the arc length L of this curve over arc length L of this curve is over closed interval a comma b is defined as L is equals to square root of 1 plus f dash of x whole square dx, where convenient 3 can be expressed as. So either it can be written as s is equals to integration a to b square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square into dx. This is the formula. Okay. When the given curve in the form of y is equals to f of x, then we have to find the length of the arc is s is equals to integration a to b square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square into dx. Arc length formula for parametric curves. So if the given curves is in the form of parametric, so what we use? If no segment of the curve represented by the parametric equations x equals to x of t, y is equals to y of t, a less than or is equals to t less than or is equals to b, is traced more than once as t increases from a to b, and if dx by dt and dy by dt are continuous functions for a less than or is equals to t less than or is equals to b, then the arc length L of the curve is given by L is equals to integration a to b square root of dx by dt whole square and dy by dt whole square dt. This is the parametric curves formula, arc length of formula for parametric curves. Then see the different types of equations. So the equation that means the curves in the Cartesian form, parametric form, the curves in the Cartesian form, parametric form and polar form. So in Cartesian form we discuss about it consisting of x-axis and y-axis, both are perpendicular to each other. Here based upon y is equals to f of x. So that means the length of the arc of the curve along the x-axis. X-axis between the 2 point subspaces from a to b. That means s is equals to integration a to b square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx. So along with the x-axis. Next, x is equals to f of y. The length of the arc of the curve along with y-axis between the 2 points where the points a comma c comma d are coordinates. A comma b are c comma d are coordinates is integration c to d square root of 1 plus dx by dy whole square into dy. Next, go for parametric form. Here parametric form. So if x is equals to x of theta, y is equals to y of theta is the two curves. Okay, we have to consider the two curves. One is x is equals to x of theta, y is equals to y of theta can be drawn between the 2 points. Then the length of the arc given is s is equals to integration alpha to beta square root of dx by d theta whole square plus dy by d theta whole square d theta. Next, polar form. So polar form, that is equals to polar form. R is equals to f of theta and b is equals to theta is equals to f of r. So here we considering the length of the arc of the curve drawn between the 2 points, that is theta 1 and theta 2. We have considering is theta 1 and theta 2. That is s is equals to integration theta 1 to theta 2 square root of r square plus dr by d theta whole square d theta. And again theta is equals to f of r, the length of the arc of the curve drawn between 2 points r1 and r2 is s is equals to integration r1 to r2 square root of 1 plus r into d theta by dr whole square into dr. So these are the formulas for we have to find the length of plane curves in the form of Cartesian form, parametric form and polar form. By using these formulas we have to find out the length of given curves. Now look at some problems based upon these formulas. We have some problems. So the first problem is find the perimeter of the cardioid r is equals to a of 1 minus cos theta. So we have to find out the perimeter of the cardioid. The cardioid is r is equals to a of 1 minus cos theta. So we can say that it is in polar form. So what is mean by cardioid? So the cardioid is a two-dimensional plane figure. So what is it? Two-dimension plane figure that has a heart-shaped curve. That has a heart-shaped curve. Heart-shaped curve. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So here point out A, which is a B. So it is a origin O. So theta is equals to 0 to theta is equals to pi, 180 degrees. And next here theta is equals to pi by 2. So the cardioid is two-dimensional plane figure that has a heart-shaped curve. The word cardioid is organized from Greek word, so which means heart. So it is called a heart-shaped curve. So we have to find the perimeter of the cardioid. So what is meant by perimeter? So perimeter is twice the length of the upper half of the curve. Upper half of the curve. So perimeter is what? Perimeter is twice the length of upper half of the curve. So that means this part. Okay. So here we using the polar form equation, that is r is equals to f of theta. So r is equals to f of theta. That means the length of the whole arc, that means perimeter. Perimeter means the length of the whole arc is given us. So we have to find is the length of the whole arc. the length of the whole, so total whole arc is perimeter. Perimeter is given as S is equals to 2 into whole length, so that means 2 into integration 0 to pi, integration 0 to pi square root of r square plus dr by d theta whole square into d theta. So what is the principle here? The length of the whole arc, that means perimeter, is given as S is equals to 2 into integration 0 to pi square root of r square plus dr by d theta whole square into d theta. So from the question you have to observe what is the cardioid here. R is equals to a of 1 minus cos theta. So we have to simplify this length. We have to find out the value of dr by d theta. That means we have to differentiate the above equation with respect to the theta. Okay, so that means dr by d theta is equals to a of a is constant, so derivative of constant is 0 minus derivative of cos is minus sin theta. That means a minus into minus plus a plus minus into minus plus a of sin theta. That means a sin theta is the value of dr by d theta. So whole square dr by d theta whole square is equals to a square sin square theta. So now we have to apply this value in the S is equals to 2 integration 0 to pi square root of r square plus dr by d theta whole square into d theta. That means S is equals to 2 integration 0 to pi square root of r square plus dr by d theta whole square d theta. Two into 0 to pi square root of, what is the value of r? R is a of 1 minus cos theta whole square plus dr by d theta is what? A square sin square theta into d theta That means that is equals to 2 integration 0 to pi square root of a square 1 minus cos theta whole square. That means a minus b whole square principle is applicable here. So that means a square means 1 square plus cos square theta minus 2 cos theta plus a square sin square theta into d theta. So 2 into integration 0 to pi square root of a square plus a square cos square theta minus 2a square cos theta plus a square sin square theta d theta. That is equals to 2 into 0 to pi square root of, so from the a square cos square theta, a square sin square theta common theta a square. So the remaining is cos square theta plus sin square theta minus 2a square cos theta d theta. So the value of cos square theta sin square theta is what? The value of sin square plus cos square theta is 1 minus 2a square cos theta d theta. That means 2 into integration 0 to pi to 0 to pi square root of a square plus a square 2a square minus 2a square cos theta into d theta. That means 2 into 0 to pi, you have to common the term 2a square, remaining 1 minus cos theta into d theta. That is equals to 0 to pi square root 2 square a square and square root of 2a square 1 minus cos theta. That means square root 2 into a square root of 1 minus cos theta d theta. That means 2 into integration 0 to pi square root 2a. So apply the integration. That means integration 0 to pi square root of 1 minus cos theta d theta. That means 2 into square root 2 into a. So integration 0 to pi. So 1 minus cos theta is written as 2 sin square theta by 2. So I can represent as 1 minus cos theta as 2 into sin square theta by 2 d theta. 2 square root 2a 0 to pi integration 0 to pi. So square root 2 square root get cancelled sin theta by 2 d theta. Next 2 square root 2 into a into square root 2 integration of sin theta by 2. So integration of sin what? Cos minus cos theta by 2 by 1 by 2. So the limits are 0 to pi. So here we are applying the integration. Integration of sin means integration sin minus cos theta by 2. That means 1 by 2. 1 by 2. The limits are 0 to pi. Here we apply the upper limit and lower limit. Then 2 into square root 2 into a into square root 2. That means 2 into 2 into a and minus will be write it out outside. Next 1 by 2, that means 2. So cos theta by 2, apply the upper limit, that means cos pi by 2 minus cos 0 by 2. So that means 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, minus 8 into 8 of cos pi by 2 minus cos 0 by 2. So the values of cos pi by 2 and cos 0 by 2. The values of cos pi by 2, cos 90, that means 0. Minus cos 0 means 1. That means minus 80 of minus 1. That means minus into minus plus 8. So finally we get the perimeter of the cardioid. Therefore perimeter of the cardioid is 8A. Perimeter of the cardioid is 8A. So in this way we find out we have find the arc length of the curve, that is 8A. Next problem. Find the length of the arc of the curve y is equals to log secant x from x is equals to 0 to x is equals to pi by 3. So here you have to observe what is the given curve and which form of it is. So y is equals to log secant x, it is a Cartesian form. That means we have to use the formula of Cartesian. That means s is equals to square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square into dx. So observe the diagram. So the given curve, the curve is like this. The curve is this. So we have to find the y is equals to log x from x is equals to 0, x is equals to pi by 3. The limits are, the interval is 0. So center point to the x is equals to pi by 3. So we have to find out the arc length, means this length. So this is a arc of the curve. So we have to find this length of the arc. Solution. Consider the given curve is. So what is the given curve? Y is equals to log sec x. Y is equals to log sec x is our curve. So x is equals to 0, x is equals to pi by 3 is the interval. So Now we have to differentiate the above equation y is equals to log secant x with respect to x. Then we will get dy by dx. So derivative of log x, the value of derivative of log x is 1 by x into dx. Here we apply to log secant x, that means 1 by sec x into derivative of secant x. Derivative of secant x is secant x into tan x. So secant x get cancelled, the remaining will be the tan x. So the value of dy by dx is tan x. Next, the length of the curve is given as, so we have to consider the principle for this. So it is a Cartesian form, y is equals to log secant x means it is a Cartesian form. So we have to use the length of the curve as given. So the principle is s is equals to square root of s is equals to integration a to b square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square into dx. Okay. Next, substitute the value of dy by dx. What is the value of dy by dx? The value of dy by dx is tan x. That means integration a to b means the limits are x is equals to 0 to x is equals to pi by 3. That means you have to apply the limits 0 to pi by 3. So, substitute the value of dy by dx, that is tan x. So, square root of 1 plus tan x whole square dx. That means 1 plus tan square x dx. Then the formula for 1 plus tan square x is secant square x. So I have to apply this formula. 1 plus tan square x is written as secant square x. Square root get cancelled. That means integration 0 to pi by 3 secant x dx. So now we apply the integration on secant x. The value of secant x. The value of the integration of secant x. That means log secant x plus tan x. Integration of sec means log secant x plus tan x. The limits are 0 to pi by 3. So next, apply the upper limit and lower limit. So what is the upper limit? Pi by 3. So log of secant pi by 3 plus tan pi by 3 minus, apply the lower limit, log secant of 0 plus tan 0. The values of secant pi by 3 is 2 and the value of tan pi by 3 is root 3. And the secant 0 is the 1, tan 0 is the 0. So log of 2 plus root 3 minus log of 1 plus 0. So log of 2 plus root 3 minus log 1 value is 0. So finally we get log of 2 plus root 3. So this is the length of the arc is log of 2 plus root 3. So the answer is, the length of the arc is log 2 plus root 3. Next question. Find the length of the arc of the parabola. X square is equals to 4ay, measured from the vertex to one extreme of the latus rectum. So here have to given that the arc, we have to find that the arc of the parabola. The parabola is x square is equals to 4ay, measured from the vertex to one extreme of the latus rectum. So latus rectum. First we have to define latus rectum. So latus rectum means, so latus rectum means latus rectum of a parabola is a plane segment perpendicular to this axis of the parabola through the focus and whose endpoints lie on the parabola. We can draw it as, the parabola is like, we have to consider one parabola. This is a latus rectum of parabola is a line segment. The line segment is this is a line segment perpendicular to this axis parabola through the focus and whose endpoints lie on the parabola. So we have to find out this arc length. We have to find out this arc length to one extreme of the latus rectum. One extreme to, we have to find the latus rectum value. Solution. So what is the given curve? The given curve is x square is equals to 4ay. Now differentiating the equation with respect to y. Why? Because it is in the form of x is equals to f of y. So we have to differentiate with respect to y. So derivative of x square means 2x into dy by dy, that is equals to 4ay. 4ay. So derivative of x square is 2x dx dy by dy is equals to 4a. So dx by dy is equals to 4a by 2x. So 4a by 2a means 2 1s are 2 2s are 4, 2 cancel, that means 2a. 2a by, so next here denominator x is represent here. So x can be written as, so here observe that x square value is 4a. That means from this x is equals to what? Square root of 4ay. So you have to apply the in place of x as square root of 4ay. So dx by dy is equals to 2a by the square root of 4ay is represented as 2 into square root a square root y. So 2 get cancelled. So the remaining is a by square root a. That means a by square root a written as square root of a by y. So here we get the value of dx by dy. Next, the length of the arc, the length of the curve is given as the length of the curve. So what is the principle? The principle is s is equals to integration 0 to a square root of 1 plus dx by dy whole square into dy. So here we have to apply the value of dx by dy. The value of dx by dy is square root of a by y whole square, and next dy is into dy, that is equals to square integration 0 to a square root of 1 plus square root and squaring and root get cancelled, 1 plus a by y. So that means integration 0 to a square root of 1 plus ay, that means you have to do LCM, that means y plus a by y dy. Then after write the root in denominator and numerator, square root of y plus a by square root of a y. So here substitute method I have to take in the, so direct we have to apply the integration, but it is typical. So I have to use the substitution here. So what is the substitution? I have to take the square root y is equals to t, that means y is equals to t square. So when we differentiate root y, that means 1 by 2 into root y into dy, 1 by 2 into root y into dy, that is equals to dt. That means dy value is what? 2t into dt. And next apply to the upper limit and lower limit. So upper limit is y is equals to a, then t is equals to root a, and lower limit y is equals to 0, then t is equals to 0. So now we applying these equations, the formula, then it can be represented as 0 to square root a square root of t square plus a by t into 2t into dt. So 2 is a constant, write it as before. So 2 into square root integration 0 to square root a square root of t square plus square root of a whole square dt. So here we apply the principle of integration of square root x square plus a square. So the value of here, so 2 into t by 2 square root of t square plus a by 2 log of t plus square root of t square plus a by square root a. The limits are 0 to root a. Next you have to apply the upper limit and lower limit. So what is the upper limit? Square root a. So 2 of square root a by 2 square root of square root a whole square plus a by 2 log modulus of square root of a plus square root of a square plus a by square root of a. Then lower limit. What is lower limit? 0 by 2 square root of 0 square plus a by 2 log of the value of 0 plus. Next it can be written as 2 of a by 2. So square root a whole square means square root get cancelled. So square root of a plus a by 2 log of square root of a. So this calculation part is we have to do the calculations. Last we will get the 2 of square root 2 by 2 a plus a by 2 log of 1 plus square root 2 minus 0. So when we multiply with 2 to get cancelled, the first term is root 2 into a plus a by 2. So 2 into 2 a log 1 plus root 2 minus 0. So finally we get common the term a. So a of square root 2 plus log of 1 plus square root 2. So this is the length of arc. This is the length of arc a of square root 2 plus log of 1 plus root 2. So we considering a parabola, that is x square is equals to 4ay. So measured from the vertex one extreme of the lattice rectum. So finally we will get the arc length is a of square root 2 plus log of 1 plus square root 2. The next problem is find the loop of the curve. Find the loop of the curve. X is equals to t square, y is equals to t minus t cube by 3. So what is meant by loop? So loop is a closed interval. Loop is a closed curve whose initial and final point coincide in a fixed point known as the base point. So this is called loop. So we have to find this loop length. That means solution. So consider the given curve, that is x is equals to t square, x is equals to t square and y is equals to t minus t cube by. So common the term t of 1 minus t square by 3. So squaring on both sides we will get y square is equals to t square 1 minus t square by 3 whole square. So the value of y square is equals to x of 1 minus x by 3 whole square. So in terms of t square I have to substituting the x. Why? Because x is equals to t square. Since point is x is equals to t square. So I am substituting the value t square as x. The above equation is symmetric about x axis. So substituting y is equals to in equation 2. So then we will get 0 is y, equation 2 means y is equals to t minus t cube by 3. So y is equals to 0 means 0 is equals to t minus t cube by 3. So t is equals to t cube by 3. So t into 3 into t, 3t minus 3 cube, t cube is equals to 0. Common the term t, 3 of minus t square. So t is equals to 0, 3 minus t square is equals to 0, then we will get t is equals to 0, t is equals to plus or minus root 3. These are the interval points. T is equals to 0 and t is equals to root 3. So positive root 3. Okay. Next. The length of the arc is twice the length of the lines between x axis, the vertices from 0 to root 3. So we have to differentiate the equation. So we have to differentiate the equation x is equals to t square. That means x is equals to t square means dx by dt is equals to 2t. And again you have to differentiate equation 2, y is equals to. That means y is equals means dy by dt is equals to 1 minus 1 by 3 dt square. So here 3 get cancelled. Here 3 get cancelled. We will get 1 minus t square is the value of dy by dt. So the principle for the length of arc is given as. The principle is s is equals to 2 into square root, the limits are 0 to root 3, square root of dx by dt whole square plus dy by dt whole square dt. The value of dx by dt is 2t. The value of dy by dt is 1 minus t square. So from equation 3 and 4. So the next equation 2 into integration 0 to square root 3, 2t square root of 2t whole square means 4t square plus 1 minus t square whole square. That means a minus b whole square. We are using here a minus b whole square. That means 1 plus t power 4 minus 2t square dt. Next 2 into integration 0 to root 3, 4t t square minus 2t square. That means 2t square. Next 1 plus t power 4. So t power 4 plus 1. So it can be written as t square plus 1 whole square. That means a plus b whole square. And again it can be written as t power 4 plus 1 plus 2t square. So t power 4 plus 1 plus 2t square can be written as t square plus 1 whole square. Square and the root is get cancelled. The remaining is 2 into 0 integration 0 to root 3 t square plus 1 dt. So now apply the integration. So now we apply the integration means integration t square plus 1. So that means integration t square means t cube by 3 plus integration 1 into dt. That means t. So the limits are 0 to root 3. Now again you apply the upper limit and lower limit. So when we apply the upper limit, the equation will be 2 of square root 3 whole cube by 3 plus root 3 minus 0 cube by 3 minus 3. So root 3 whole cube root 3 by 3 plus 0 by 3 something is 0 by something is 0. So total value is 0. So root 3. So 3 get cancelled. So 3 get cancelled. That means 2 of root 3 plus root 3 minus 0. That means 2 of root 3 plus root 3 is equals to 2 of 2 root 3. That means 2 into 2 4 root 3. So finally we get the length of the loop of the curve is 4 root 3. What is the value here? 4 root 3. So when we considering a loop, the final we get 4 root 3. The next problem. Find the length of the curve x is equals to e power theta sin theta, y is equals to e power theta cos theta from 0, theta is equals to 0, theta is equals to pi by 2. Find the length of the curve. X is equals to e power sin theta sin theta, y is equals to e power theta cos theta. So here giving the curves x curve and y curve. That means it is a parametric form. That means the solution is, consider the curves x is equals to e power theta sin theta and y is equals to e power theta cos theta. So now I am differentiating the x and y with respect to theta. So x is equals to e power theta sin theta. When I am differentiate this equation, then I will get dx by d theta is, so applying the derivative of uv formula, d of uv. That means e power theta sin theta. That means we apply the principle d of uv. That means uv dash plus vu dash. So dx by theta is equals to e power theta sin theta. That means e power theta. So derivative of sin means cos theta plus sin theta. Derivative of e power theta is e power theta. So common the term e power theta, e power theta. Then e power theta is common. So the remaining terms are cos theta, sin theta. So cos theta plus sin theta is the value of dx by d theta. The value of dx by d theta is equals to e power theta of cos theta plus sin theta. Differentiating equation 2. Now I am differentiating equation 2 means what? Y is equals to e power theta cos theta. So with respect to theta means dy by d theta. So derivative of uv is applicable here. That means e power theta. Derivative of cos means minus sin theta. And next cos theta. So derivative of e power theta means e power theta. Next common the terms e power theta in the both terms. So the remaining is e power theta of cos theta minus sin theta. Okay, I will get the values of dx by d theta is e power theta of cos theta plus sin theta and dy by d theta is e power theta of cos theta minus sin theta. And next I am considering the principle. So the length of the arc is given as, s is equals to integration 0 to pi by 2. So square root of dx by d theta whole square plus dy by d theta whole square d theta. Here you have to apply the values of dx by d theta and dy by d theta. So now I am applying the values. So dx by d theta and dy by d theta. So the value is e power theta of cos theta plus sin theta whole square plus e power theta of cos theta minus sin theta whole square d theta. So cos theta plus sin theta whole square means, that means whole square, e power theta of cos theta plus sin theta whole square means e power 2 theta into cos theta plus sin theta whole square. And next again e power 2 theta into cos theta sin theta minus sin theta whole square. So now I am applying the principle of a plus b whole square. So what is the principle? A square plus b square plus 2ab. That means e power 2 theta into cos square theta plus sin square theta plus 2 cos theta sin theta. Similarly, here also we using the a minus b whole square principle. Then it will be e power 2 theta of cos square theta plus sin square theta minus 2 cos theta sin theta. So next, integration 0 to pi by 2 square root of, so what is the value of cos square theta plus sin square theta? That is 1. So I am substituting here. E power 2 theta of 1 plus 2 cos theta sin theta and e power 2 theta of 1 minus 2 cos theta sin theta d theta. And next I have to common the terms e power 2 theta and e power 2 theta. That means integration 0 to pi by 2 square root of e power 2 theta is common in both terms. The remaining is 1 plus 2 cos theta sin theta plus 1 minus 2 cos theta sin theta d theta. So next integration 0 to pi by 2 square root of e power 2 theta. So 1 plus 2 cos theta sin theta is a positive value and minus 2 cos theta sin theta, it is a negative value. So negative positive will get cancelled. So the remaining is 1 and 1. So 1 plus 1 into d theta. That means 1 plus 1 2. 2 into e power 2 theta, square root of 2 into e power 2 theta. Next, root is a constant value. So root 2 into square root, integration of 0 to pi by 2. So square root of e power 2t can be written as e power t whole square d theta. That means square root get cancelled. So now the remaining term is root 2 into integration 0 to pi by 2 e power t e power theta d theta. Now apply the integration. Integration of e power theta means e power theta. The limits are 0 to pi by 2. Then apply the limits. What are the limits? Square root 2 into e power pi by 2 minus 1. Therefore, the length of the arc is square root 2 into e power pi by 2 minus 1. So finally we get the length of the arc. So here we have to find the length of the arc of the curves. X is equals to and y is equals to, it is a parametric form. So finally we get the answer is root 2 of e power pi by 2 minus 1. The next problem is find the whole length of asteroid. The asteroid equation is x to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power of 2 by 3 is equals to a power 2 by 3. So what is asteroid? So the asteroid is, it is a locus of a point on a circle as it rolls inside a fixed circle with 4 times. How many times? 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times of the radius. 4 times of the radius. So consider the solution. So see, given curve is what? X power 2 by 3 plus y power 2 by 3, that is equals to a power 2 by 3. So now I am differentiating above curve with respect to x. That means derivative of x power 2 by 3, that means x power n, derivative of x power n. So the value of derivative of x power n means n into x power n minus 1. That means 2 by 3 into x power 2 by 3 minus 1 plus 2 by 3 into y power 2 by 3 minus 1 into dy by dx. The constant value will be 0. So next, so 2 by 3, so x to the power of minus 1 by 3, 2 by 3 y to the power of minus 1 by 3 dy by dx. So the common that are 2 by 3 and 2 by 3. That means 2 by 3 of x to the power of minus 1 by 3 plus y to the power of minus 1 by 3 dy by dx, that is equals to 0. So next, x to the power of minus 1 by 3 plus y to the power of minus 1 by 3 dy by dx is equals to 0. The 2 by 3 will be the 0. Next, dy by dx is equals to, that this equation can be written as dy by dx is equals to means minus x into x to the power of minus 1 by 3 by y to the power of minus 1 by 3. So that means x to the power of minus 1 by 3 and also y to the power of minus 1 by 3. So common. That means we have to write it as minus of x by y whole to the power of minus 1 by 3. That means it can be written as dy by dx is equals to minus of y by x to the power 1 by 3. Okay. Next, observe the diagram. So it is a, from the figure, the curve is symmetrical about x axis and y axis. The figure is symmetrical about x axis and y axis. So that means the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So the principle for this, the length of arc is given as, the length of the arc given is s is equals to 4 into integration 0 to a square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square. So why we write in the 4? Why? Because it is a asteroid. That means it is locus of a points on a circle as it rolls inside a fixed circle with 4 times to the radius. Okay. Next. So apply the values of dy by dx here. So what is the value of dy by dx? Dy by dx is minus of y by x whole to the power of 1 by 3. So the length of the arc is given as s is equals to 4 into integration 0 to a square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx. So now substitute the value of dy by dx. So what is the value? Minus y by x to the power 1 by 3. So 4 into integration 0 to a square root of 1 plus minus dy by x whole to the power of 1 by 3 whole square dx. Next 4 into integration 0 to a square root of, then multiply 1 by 3 to the power 2. That means it will be 2 by 3. So square means negative will be positive. So 1 plus y by x to the power 2 by 3 dx. So that is equals to 4 into integration 0 to a square root of, so that means 1 plus y by x whole to the power of 2 by 3 means the power is also having the x. That means x to the power of 2 by 3. So x to the power of 2 by 3 means the LCM is x to the power of 2 by 3. So x to the power of 2 by 3 plus y to the power of 2 by 3 into dx. So here I am substituting x to the power of 2 by 3 plus y to the power of 2 by 3 is equals to a to the power of 2 by 3. Why I am writing? So I am writing why, because the asteroid equation is what? X to the power 2 by 3 plus y to the power of 2 by 3 is a to the power of 2 by 3. So I am using this curve equation. So I am substituting the value of x to the power of 2 by 3, y to the power of 2 by 3 is a to the power 2 by 3 by x to the power of 2 by 3 into dx. So 4 into integration 0 to a square root of a by x whole to the power of 1 by 3 whole square into dx. So square and root get cancelled. The remaining will be 4 into integration 0 to a by x whole to the power of 1 by 3 into dx. So next apply it can be written as 4 into a to the power of 1 by 3 is a constant value. That means 4 into a to the power of 1 by 3 integration 0 to a x to the power minus 1 by 3. Why? Because it is a denominator term. When it is going to the numerator, it will be inverse x to the power of minus 1 by 3 dx. 4 into a to the power of 1 by 3 integration 0 to a x to the power of minus 1 by 3 dx. Now we apply the integration. The limits are 0 to a. So it can be written as 4 into a power 1 by 3. So x to the power of 1 by 3 means x to the power of minus 1 by 3 means integration. So integration of x to the power of n dx. That means integration x to the power of n dx means x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. So applying the principle here, we will get x to the power of minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by minus 1 by 3 plus 1. The limits are 0 to a. So now simplify the values. So 4 into a to the power of 1 by 3 of x to the power of minus 1 by 3 plus 1. That means x to the power of 2 by 3. The denominator is minus 1 by 3 plus 1. That means 2 by 3. The limits are 0 to a. The limits are 0 to a. That means 3 by 2 into 4 into a to the power of 1 by 3. So apply the upper limit and lower limit. So what are the upper limit? A. That means a to the power of 2 by 3 minus lower limit 0 to the power of 2 by 3. That means 2 ones are 2 twos are. That means 3 into 2, 6. 6 a to the power of 1 by 3 into a to the power of 2 by 3. This value is 0. That means 6 into a to the power of 1 by 3 into a to the power of 2 by 3. That means 6a. So the whole length of the asteroid is 6a. So finally we get the length of the asteroid, whole length. That means first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. So the total length is 6a. So in this way we find the length of the asteroid. Okay. So finally in this way we have to find the length of the given plane curves. So one is the asteroid, and another one is loop. So we have discussed about the loop, find the loop of the curve, and again parabola, so arc of the parabola. So in this type of questions we have to discuss. So the Cartesian form and parametric form and polar form, these are the forms. So lengths of a plane curves. So first of all you have to identify which type of curve it is. It is a Cartesian form or parametric form or polar form. So that means if it is a polar form, you have to use the principle S is equals to integration a1 theta 1 to theta 2 in square root of r square plus dr by d theta whole square theta. No, it is a Cartesian form, you have to use the equation. So observe that the equation in the form of y is equals to f of x, then you use integration a to b square root of 1 plus dy by dx whole square dx. Now it is in the form of x is equals to f of y, that means x is equals to the curve equation, then you have to use s is equals to integration c to d square root of 1 plus dy by dx by dy whole square dy. So now it is a parametric form. So parametric form means it is a x curve and y curve, that means x is equals to x of theta, y is equals to y of theta. That means we have to find the equation by using the formula s is equals to integration alpha to beta square root of dx by d theta whole square plus dy by d theta whole square theta. So all these three types of lengths of the planes are there. So by using these formulas we have to find out the length of the plane curves. Thank you all.